movement puts West Indies into bat. With Willis unfit, Botham opens the bowling for England. That one beats Greenwich. Good ball. Greenwich now with his partner Haynes. Risky single. They have an early warning of the brilliant fielding by this England side, especially by Randall. Botham, Haynes. And a superb stroke. Haynes, the youngest member of this West Indies team. A fine four off the back foot. Dickie Byrne. It's the 9th over with the score 22 for no wicket, and it's Old to bowl to Greenwich. Bowling from the nursery end. And they take a quick single. No, Randall swoops in. He's hit the stumps and the bowler's in. Greenwich is out for 9. And it's 22 for 1. And yet another reminder, never take a risky single to Randall. Receiving the applause there from his teammates. And it's Old to the new batsman Richards. Not always a good start, and he nearly plays on there. Old to Richards again. This time he shows his mastery with a fine four to square leg. The 13th over, Old bowling to Haynes. And he's ended. Hendrick, a second slip, takes a good low catch, and Haynes is out for a stylish 20. West Indies 36 for 2. Good catch that by Hendrick. Khalid Sharan now. And he's off the mark with his first ball. Boycott the fielder down by the tavern. And his usual immaculate throw. And it's Old to Richards again. He tries for another 4, but Randall's after it. Will he stop it going up to the grandstand? Yes, he saved what would be a certain 4 by that typical sliding tackle. 3 runs only. By the 15th over, Richards has rarely got his eye in. Old again, bowling to him. Oh, and that's a 4. Up to a long-on boundary by the clock at the nursery end. 4 more to Richards. And after 2 economical overs by Boycott, Hendrick comes back for a second spell at the pavilion end. There he is, beard and all. He bowls to Khalid Sharan. And he's bowled in, behind his legs. Khalid Sharan out for 4. West Indies 55 for 3 in the 18th over. And with Clive Lloyd scoring a single off his first ball, it's Richards facing Hendrick. And that's going to be 4 all the way. 4 down to square leg. Come on, sir, make up your mind. Come on. Well thrown. For the 20th over, Braley brings back Boycott round the wicket. To the obvious delight of Richards, it's a 6. Over square leg. Edmonds, the fielder, collecting the ball from the crowd. Richards again, facing Boycott. This time, it's 4, dissecting the fielders down there. 4 more runs. And after that expensive over from Boycott, 11 runs off it, Hendrick is back to bowl to Lloyd. A beautiful stroke. Through the covers, beautifully timed drive, through extra cover for 4. Typical Lloyd stroke. England's Fine fielding continues to save many runs. This is old to Richards. It looks like a 4 going down to the mid-wicket boundary. Edmonds after it, and he saves it. Just a single instead of a certain 4. At the halfway stage, Lloyd is beginning to look dangerous. And it's Old bowling to him from the pavilion end. And he's out! A brilliant caught and bowled. I bet that stung Old's hands. Lloyd out for 13. West Indies 99 for 4 in the 30th over. And England in an unexpectedly good position. But first they have to break up the Richards-King partnership. And it's Botham to King. Oh, a superb stroke for 4 through the covers. King looks in tremendous form. Botham to King again. And it's Randall coming in. And only a single this time as Randall throws off balance. Brearley, with only 4 regular bowlers, has somehow to squeeze 12 overs from a combination of Boycott, Gooch and Larkins. Here's Gooch, his first over, and he's bowling to King from the pavilion end. There's King. And a fine hit down to square leg. Another 4 to King. And now in the 33rd over, Botham bowls to his Somerset colleague, Richards. He beats him, hits him on the pad. He appeals for LBW, but Richards doesn't seem to think much of his appeal. More incidentally does the umpire Dickie Bird, signalling a leg by there. And just before lunch, it's Botham to King. And the strangest stroke of the morning, 4 over Slip's head, and at lunch, West Indies are 125 for 4 of 34 overs. After lunch, it's Edmonds and Gooch. Here's the second over, Gooch to Richards. And it's going up in the air. It's going to be 6, a glorious 6, and well caught in front of the tavern by that gentleman in the white hat. Splendid catch. I bet it was worth a pint or 2. Even Edmonds, with his length and line, can't keep King quiet. Yet another 4 through the covers down to the man stand. Boycott the fielder. And there's a conference between Richards and King. I don't know what they're worrying about. This chap obviously doesn't know the tea regulations. Brearley must be regretting only having 4 bowlers. Here's Larkins. And King has hit him for 6 into the top tier of the grandstand. A marvellous 6, and it brings up the 200 and King's 50. The scoreboard doesn't seem too sure about it. The crowd rarely excited. Here's the next ball. Larkins to King again. And another tremendous hit. It's going to be 6 again. Up to the grandstand at the far end of the ground. Nothing Randall could do about that. But he gets a bit of ribbing from the crowd. With 12 overs to go, Boycott has to be brought on again. But King is irrepressible. Final adjustments by Boycott. And it's another 6, right up in the air, over square leg for 6. Boycott won't like that. Boycott goes round the wicket to King. And this time it's on the offside. A superb off drive for 4 through extra cover. At the end of the 49th over, the score has shot up to 231 for 4, with King scoring even faster than Richards. And here's Edmonds now bowling to him from the nursery end. He tries to hit another 6, but Randall's there. He's caught it. And King is out for a superb 86 of only 66 balls with 3 6s and 10 4s. West Indies 238 for 4, And this time, Randall gets congratulations from the crowd, and they rise and give King a well-deserved reception. He'll have a sore back tonight. But Richards, although outshone by King, has been scoring steadily. At the start of the 52nd over, he's 97 not out. Yes, that's going to be it. It's going to be his 100. A fine 100 for Richards off only 130 balls. With only 7 overs to go, Richards attacks everything. But the remaining batsmen have to try to score quickly before playing themselves in. Both on bowls to Murray. You get a single there, an unusual misfield there by Gooch. And now it's Edmonds from the pavilion end to Murray. A bit of a dance there by Edmonds. Nothing very much to be pleased about. Murray hit it in the air, and Gar takes an easy catch at mid-wicket. Murray out for 6. West Indies 252 for 6. Richards goes to meet the next man in, Roberts. And it's Roberts facing Hendrick. That one beat him. Good ball. Hendrick again. Roberts has got hold of that one. A big hit to long on. But Burley's there. He's running. And the ball coming over his head from behind. A great catch. Roberts naught. West Indies 258 for 7. Well caught, Burley. And the new batsman is Garner. Here's Botham bowling to him. He slipped it. Taylor makes no mistake. Garner is out, caught behind for naught. West Indies, with 4 overs to go, are 260 for 8. Next man in, Holding. Botham again from the nursery end. Oh, he plays right across it. Bowled by Botham for naught. And West Indies 272 for 9. And now for the 60th and final over. Hendrick the bowler, Richards the batsman. If anyone can stem the scoring rate, it's Hendrick. Bowling from the pavilion end to Richards. He goes right outside his off stump. He's hit it for 6. An incredible stroke from outside the off stump down to long leg. A 6. And the last ball coming up, last ball of the innings, and he does it again. It's another 6, pulled up the off stump there. Richards finishes with 138 not out, with 3 sixes, 11 fours, and West Indies have scored 286 for 9 off their 60 overs. So England need to score at 4.85 runs per over, a colossal task spread over 60 overs against this West Indies attack. And after 6 overs, they're already well behind the clock. Only 8 runs on the ball. And it's Roberts to bowl to Braley. An attacking field with 3 slips in the gully. Roberts from the pavilion end. And that's a fine 4 by Braley. A fine off drive, 4 all the way. Beautiful stroke. Roberts again. Oh, and unusually for Braley, a hook to square leg for 4. A splendid hook, that. Now it's holding to Boycott. And a bouncer hits him behind his left shoulder. Unpleasant ball, that. And it's Croft to Boycott now. Marking out his run there. Not so fast. Croft. Boycott unusually in a helmet. Tries to hit it there on the leg side. An appeal from catching the wicket by Murray, turned down by umpire Barry Mayer. And Clive Lloyd brings up Garner, the giant Garner, to bowl to Braley. Ooh, a nasty blow in the box, very painful. And now the 13th over, Croft again to Braley. Oh, and once again he shows what a good hooker he can be. Another 4 to the mound stand. But Braley and Boycott are obviously worried by the inability to score faster. And it's Croft again to Braley. And he's dropped. He's dropped by Lloyd of all people at first slip, and he gets a lucky 4. Now it's Boycott's turn. And he goes for a hook, and although it's uppish, he gets 4 from that hook. 4 to Boycott. Uppish but safe. Then King comes on just before tea. Bowling to Braley. A classic off drive. Through extra cover for 4, and a tea after 25 overs. England are only 79 for 0. But afterwards, try as they may, Braley and Boycott can't score fast enough off the innocent-looking slow bowling of Richards. Runs come mainly in singles to a defensively placed field. I know exactly how he feels, and also how they feel on the English balcony. Frustrated stroke players eager to go out into the middle and get on with it. 2 overs later, here's Richards about to bowl to Braley, chewing away there. And a nice square drive, going for 4 down to the tavern boundary by the scoreboard. 4 more to Braley. Braley again. 1 run, and that brings up 100 in the 32nd over, but at a run rate of only just over 3. In the 34th over, Boycott faces Richards, and he's hit it to mid-on, and it's in the air, and Lloyd again has dropped it. His second miss of the innings. Unbelievable. By now, though it's too late, Boycott has decided to do or die with happy results for England. 2 runs there to backward point. They're going for the second. A good throw by King. Boycott again. Oh, typical Boycott stroke through the covers. 4 runs up to the grandstand. Same over. Boycott again. And another 4. Yes, it will beat the fielder. A 4 to backward point, and that over we saw Boycott score 10. Quite a change. And now 2 overs later, Boycott faces Richards. You get 1, that's his 50. Boycott's 50. A great favourite with the crowd, he acknowledges the chairs. In the 38th over, Holding is back at the nursery end. Murray standing well back. Barely tries none of his hooks, but he's going to be caught. Caught by King in front of the grandstand at square leg. He's out for a useful but slow 64, and England are 129 for 1 of 37 overs and 5 balls. They now need 158 and just over 7 runs per over. A near impossible task against the West Indies fast bowlers, even with so many stroke players to come. But as soon as Randall is in, there's a proper sense of urgency. This is Roberts bowling to him. You get a single there off his first ball, single to backward point. Vast crowd in the sunshine. Boycott facing holding. He's gone for a hook, he's skied into mid-wicket, and Charan takes the catch. Boycott out for 57, but with only 3 falls. England 135 for 2, 20 overs to go. And in the next 2 overs, Randall and Gooch make frantic efforts to make up last time. They do their best, but it's asking too much. They run for almost everything. Come on, quick, he's lost his cap, he'll get there. Nearly run out. Gooch does his best to score boundaries instead of singles. England's only chance of victory. 44th over, he faces Garner. He flashes and misses that one. That's more like it. That's 4, up to long on, a big hit. 4 to Gooch. And it's Gooch again. And he'll get a 4 there, I think, down to third man. Yes, the 4 runs, the crowd watch. Croft falling into the crowd there, very near the ropes. Croft comes back into the centre of things to bowl. And it's Randall. Getting 1 run there. He's going for a second. King's the fielder. Randall just dives home, just gets there. Typical Randall, losing cap and everything. Bail's being put on. Randall adjusts that cap at that jaunty angle we know so well. Croft comes in. Yes, he'll get 1 there, down to third man, just for 1 run. Things going better for England now, but still not quite quick enough. Now it's Gooch. Oh! And he endangers the lives of the beer drinkers with this bouncing 4 into the tavern. A fine hit. And now for the 46th over, it's Garner to Gooch. Oh, that's the shortest leg by ever. They've got to run for it. There's no stopping Gooch now. And another 4 off Croft to mid-wicket. Four more runs. There's a fielder there. Good hit, but just the 1 run to long on. But it's asking too much of the batsmen. They're having to swing at everything. Here's Randall. Oh, and he pays the penalty. Bowled neck and crop by Croft for 15, and he's consoled by Gooch. England 183 for 3, still needing 104 with only 13 overs left. Exactly 8 runs and over. Now in this next over, here's Garner, bowling from the nursery end. And he bowls, plays over a Yorker, Gooch is out for a bright 32 runs, and England 183 for 4. Well played, Gooch. Now it's Botham. Botham's first ball. Ghana comes up. They get runs there. They'll just scamper two. Oh, an overthrow. They'll get one for the overthrow. Guy, the other batsman. Dickie Bird's discarded his white cap. Here's Guy's fourth ball only. Oh, he tries to cut a straight ball, and he's out for naught. 186 for 5, England. One of England's hopes gone there. Clive Lloyd looks delighted. And it's Larkins now in only his second game for England. Oh, another Yorker. He's out, building stump, out first ball. So he qualifies for the primary club. 186 for 6. Magnificent bowling by Ghana. Edmonds joins Botham, and here he's facing Croft. He'll get a single here. Nearly tripped up the bowler. Botham, England's last real hope. Now tries to hit a six into within and over long on. Richards running round. He's caught it. A super catch. No wonder he looks pleased. Botham caught there for 4, and England 188 for 7. 12 overs to go. What a super catch. And now it's Ghana on a hat-trick. Edmonds is the batsman. Oh, he barely bowled him, just missed the off stump by a cat's whisker. This is Old's second ball. Ghana bowls in for naught, England 192 for 8. Superb piece of bowling by Ghana. Crowd going mad. Now it's Ghana to the new batsman Taylor. He's touched it. Murray catches it, Taylor's out first ball, 192 for 9. Congratulations all round to Ghana on another hat-trick here. And it's Hendrick, though, facing Croft. Oh, and it's a wide. At least the score goes up by 1. And it's Croft to Hendrick again. He's bowling for a duck. England all out for 194 or 51 overs, and they've lost their last 8 wickets for 11 runs. So West Indies are won by 92 runs and deservedly become holders of the Prudential World Cup for the second time. Tremendous jubilation by the many West Indian supporters. And Mr. Ronald Owen, chairman of Prudential Assurance Company, presents the winning captain, Clive Lloyd, with the magnificent Prudential Cup. There's Mr. Charles Palmer, president of MCC. It's a wonderful sight. There goes the cup. And Mr. Owen also hands Lloyd a cheque for £10,000. And Mr. Palmer gives silver gilt medals to every member of each team. Mike Bradley comes up for his cheque for 4,000 smackers for the losers. A happy-looking West Indies team, and an even happier Viv Richards rightly made the £300 man of the match. So the second Prudential World Cup final is over, with once again some great cricket played in glorious sunshine before a packed Lords. Let's hope it's third time lucky when the World Cup takes place again in 4 years' time.